What you feed is directly related to your end result.
Nutrition is very important in our operation as far as our cow-calf herd.
Whatever you're going to feed is going to ultimately determine what you're going to market. It's also going to determine the longevity of your cows. It's going to get you better efficient use out of your hay. If you can find better ways to feed, then you're going to up your bottom line. That's all there is to that.
Keeping your cattle healthy is always the priority. When winter comes, proper nutrition is paramount. The new VSR series vertical mixers by Vermeer are here to help cattlemen maximize their high roughage diets. Let's take a look at the VSR440 and VSR540 single screw mixers.
A more spacious tub and new screw design inside of the VSR mixers keeps bales in the wagon while the forages are processing.
Containment of dry hay is the problem while processing bales. In order to accommodate some of the processing and containment desires, there were design changes made to the mixer itself, the tub, the screw. So for the producer that's running a load or two a day, and they are processing or having hay pre-processed for them to put into their mixer, this would allow them to do that in the mixer itself, rather than having a bill or a second piece of equipment that they have to utilize in order to process that hay.
It drops it down in there, and that screw being shorter, it sits down in there and it does get it ground up quite a little quicker.
Combined with a standard bale containment system around the top of each mixer, you'll waste less and feed more.
The shade on top, that is a big, big thing. I really, really like that, because even if you overload the wagon, it seems like it'll hold your load to the centers instead of spilling it.
As far as mixing, it does a really nice job. Discharge, it gets stuff to the ground real quick.
Less waste on the ground means more feed for your cattle, whether they're in the feedlot or in the pasture. VSR mixers are made to handle multiple feeding scenarios.
Large tires help operators focus on feeding in various ground conditions and provide maximized flotation. And while this may be a new model to the Vermeer lineup, some things don't change. Durability comes standard with a heavy-duty planetary and a half-inch AR200 screw flighting.
If a producer is coming from free choice feeding, or maybe even an older feed wagon, one of the main reasons, if not the main reason they're considering a mixer, is because they want to be able to meter and monitor their feedstuffs. So with a 3-point scale on this machine, they're going to be able to do just that. And they're going to have accurate readings. They're going to know what's going into their mixer.
Why would a feed wagon like the VSR help your cattle operation? One part of building an effective total mixed ration is having proper particle size distribution. Correct forage particle length is necessary for proper rumen function and can also uncover the amount of fiber available in the diet. Adding a VSR high roughage mixer to your operation over free choice feeding can help you achieve a proper ration and help your cows perform their best in the cold winter months. The Penn State Particle Size Separator is one tool producers can use to get this information right on the farm. You'll notice here the sieves separate the ration based on particle size, and analysis is made by calculating the percentage of total weight that each size makes up of a ration. The largest pieces in the top sieve make up feed that stimulates chewing and helps maintain proper rumen pH. This should make up between 2 to 8% of the total ration by weight. Feedstuffs in the second sieve should make up between 30 to 50% of the ration and require less cud chewing and hydrate quickly in the rumen. Particles in the fine sieve are small forage pieces, usually higher in fiber, and are broken down easily. This should be 10 to 20% of the ration. Material in the bottom pan isn't considered effective fiber, but is quickly digested and is an immediate source of nutrients. This can make up 30 to 40% of the ration's weight. All in all, what's getting fed to the cow in both particle size and nutritional makeup plays an important role in her performance while raising the next calf crop.
The biggest benefit a cow-calf feeder is going to see if they go from free choice feeding to feeding a TMR is simply going to be the reduction of waste, specifically of their forage. They work really, really hard and spend lots of hours accumulating that forage. Why throw it away?
You know, obviously it's easier to go out there and throw a bale of hay out and wish them well. But better, yeah, that's where you're gonna run into it, because you know, I can take lesser quality hay and grind it with silage or haylage. I can add energy to it, I can force feed mineral through it. I can build a total package, and I can actually feed less product because they're eating all of it.
The focus of this machine was the seasonal cow-calf user. And as they consider purchasing a mixer, most of them are going to want the things they need and not necessarily care about the things that they don't. And with this VSR series, they're getting everything they need and nothing that they don't.
Visit your local dealer to learn how you can maximize your mix with virtually no spillage with the VSR series vertical mixers by Vermeer.